Hi there, I'm Cindy Warren and I'm here today to share a seated workout with you. It's going to begin with a little bit of yoga and then we'll move into some abdominal work and some upper and lower body strengthening exercises. So take a moment, get comfortable in your chair, make sure you have some water close by, and let's sit nice and tall. So before we get started, I really like to do a little breath work just to kind of bring us all together. So let's take a nice long full deep breath in through the nose and then exhale out through the mouth. Now if you want to place your hands on your rib cage, take that deep breath again, and I want you to think about expanding your rib cage from east to west. And as you exhale, think about a corset threading back together and emptying all that air out of your lungs, even that residual bit that sits at the bottom. Let's try that again. So nice full deep breaths. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's try that one more time. Inhale. So throughout the workout today, I hope you'll continually remind yourself to continually breathe deeply. Now, if you'd like to take a moment, close your eyes and just focus on your breath. Great. Now let's sit as tall as we can, and I want you to think about a string at the top of your head pulling you up toward the ceiling. So let's stretch out that spine, and then let's draw the shoulders down and back. Let's sit nice and tall in our chair, and let's turn our head side to side. Now remember that breath I talked to you about? Let's add that breath with our movement. So take a nice long full deep breath as you turn your head, and then very slowly exhale back to center. Let's inhale and go the other way. And then let's exhale back to center. Good. So just imagine if you were driving a car, you're checking that blind spot. So we're just turning the neck here. Nicely done. Now let's come back to center and just kind of drop our head forward, looking down at our legs. Just glance up over your shoulder. Keep your face forward and drop that face and look the other way. Let's try that one more time. Now, as you're doing these movements, remember, work at your own pace. If anything doesn't feel comfortable for you, of course, do not do it. Okay, sit nice and tall. Let's roll our shoulders back. Again, let's join it with breath. So inhale, exhale, just nice small shoulder rolls back. Beautiful. Now then, let's take our hands, place them on our shoulders, and make those circles just a little bit bigger. Continuing to sit tall and breathe deep. Now, if you can, let's bring our elbows together. They don't have to touch, but we can go in that direction, and then behind the head. Good. So elbow and wrist. One more time. Beautiful. Now from here, I'm going to place my hands back above my knee, and I'm going to take a big backstroke back. Breathing with the movement. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do that one more time. Oh, doesn't that feel wonderful? Good. All right, let's just reverse everything we just did. So we're going to start here and begin by rolling forward. Breathing with the movement. Nicely done. Then we moved our hands up to the shoulders and we made those circles a little bit bigger. That's it. Good. And even a little bigger when we touched our wrists and our elbows. Very good. Let's do that a couple more times. Continue with those nice long deep breaths, and then let's do freestyle. Reach it up and around. Good. And then just finding that place of resistance. You might just be able to do small circles. It doesn't matter. It's all about improving, right? Good. All right, now sit here for a moment with me and draw your shoulders up to your ears. And I want you to feel what that feels like. Now draw them away and feel what that feels like. This is where we want them to be, not up here. So I'm going to remind you throughout the workout, draw the shoulders down. I'm also going to say draw them back. So draw them up, draw them down, draw them front and back. There you go. All right, now let's go back and revisit our belly here and take a deep breath And then I want you to draw your abdominals inward away from your hands. So I like to think about like somebody's about to punch me in the gut and I'm bracing, okay? That will get my deep abdominals to contract, okay? So try that with breath. Take a nice deep breath. And then exhale and brace and connect with those abdominals. So again, throughout the workout, I'm going to be reminding you, brace, draw that navel inward and upward. All cues to try to get you to contract and support your abdominals, thus supporting your low back. All right, so now I'm going to scoot up just a little bit in my seat. I'm still well secured though. I'm going to reach my hands out and I'm just going to roll down a little bit. So I'm rounding my back slightly and then I'm coming back up to a natural curve. I'm rolling down and again I'm drawing that navel inward and upward, and it doesn't have to be a huge movement, but again we're trying to activate those muscles, right? All right, so inhale, exhale. Good. Warming up the low back and the abdominals at the same time. Very nice. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Now, if you would, go ahead and just place your heel out in front. And if you want to scoot up a little bit more, it would be best if you have a chair with arms so that you can kind of hold on. And I'm just going to bend forward a little bit. And when I bend at the hips, I want to hinge at the hips, not round my back. I want to keep my back nice and straight. So I'm going to come down. Maybe I grab for my toe. Maybe I just do this. All right? It's going to be a little different for everybody. Again, honor your body. Listen to what your body's telling you to do or not do. Good. Very nice. And then I'd just like you to sit as tall as you can and twist and look behind your back. And now I'm twisting from my torso. So when I do that, I want to brace so I have some support there. And then I'm going to come back and go the other way. Nicely done. Now let's do it one more time and see if we can't go just a little bit further. And the other way. Good. All right, I think we're ready to challenge those abdominals a little bit. So again, I want to remind you, brace, brace, brace. I'm just going to lift my knees. And as I do lift my knees, I start to feel a little challenge here in the abdominal area. If you want to place your hands here, you'll probably feel them contract a little bit. Very good. Very easy movements. Again, reminding you to sit nice and tall. Very good. Okay, now the next thing I want you to do is put the feet down and bring the arms to like goalpost arms. That's what I'm going to call these. And I'm going to rotate one direction and then the other. And rotate and the other. Now I want you to again think about the abdominals contracting to create that movement, right? So as I get taller, I'm going to use some imagery here. Think about a barbershop pole. I want you to get taller as you twist. Now I know the arms are going to get a little tired of being held up, so we're going to make some changes. Okay, now I want to put both of those movements together, okay? So let's start by just going in one direction. Okay, you got it? Okay, we established that rotation and we're only going one way. Now let's bring the opposite foot up and back and twist and back. Now what did I cue you about? Pull the belly in, get taller as you twist. Let's do 4 more. Good. And 3, and 2, and 1. Now let's just start from the center and go the other direction. Let's establish the movement first at the top in our upper body. Breathing, and now we'll raise that leg as we twist. Good. And feel free just to put your feet down, skip a couple if you need a little break. Remember how important it is to hydrate, so you should have your water nearby. Stop for a drink. Good. Now, we're going to do both. So we're going to go one direction and then the other. And as we do that, that opposite leg comes up. Okay? You got it? That's it. Yep. Good. Keep that going. You're doing awesome. Now I'm going to keep it moving, but don't forget, if you need a break, you stop, watch, and then join us when you feel like it. Little change, not in the legs, but in the arms, in that I'm going to reach them up. Pull that elbow down toward that opposite knee. Good. All throughout this, I want you to continue that bracing, breathing. Good. Keep that going. Now, if that's getting a little bit stressful for the arms to reach up every time, you could reach out in front. You could put your hands down, just keep the legs moving, okay? Any variations work and are accepted. Good. All right, let's keep this working. Nice work. Yes, beautiful. Let's do 2 more. All right, we're gonna give the legs a little break, but the arms are gonna stay up. I'm gonna reach across my chest, kind of twist and look behind. And then I'm gonna slowly go the other way. Don't go too fast. We don't want to jar our body or our back. Just a nice rotation here. Good. Getting taller as I twist, right? Not sinking. Remember, we want to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Down and back. Abs tight. All right. Good. Breathing. Rule of thumb, most important, just keep breathing. Obviously, but keep breathing through the exercise. Okay, good. Keep going. Nice. All right, good. All right, now I am going to give your arms a little bit of a break. I want you to lean just a little bit because I'm going to give you a challenging move here. So I want you to really brace here. We're going to lean back a little and we're going to do a little bicycle. Now, if the bicycle's a little bit much for you, you could tap your toe kind of like a march between each circle, okay? But if you can keep those feet up, awesome. Woo, can I do it? All right, now let's take a break. Sit tall. I notice you're starting to sink a little. You notice me, I'm sinking a little too. Let's go backwards. Good. A little brain work here too for me. Good. Keep it going, you're doing awesome. Woo, couple more. All right, break again. Now, anytime you want to, you can just kind of shake those legs out a little bit. Okay, one more I want you to do. Sit up tall, lean back a little bit, maybe even lean all the way into the back of your chair. Let's do a little flutter kick. Keep bracing. All right, I don't want the back supporting you, I want your abs. Good. The back's gonna work, but we want to make sure that the abs are taking on their part. Oh, yes. Good. Nicely done. Shake that out. Roll the shoulders. Very good. Okay, let's do a little upper body. Okay, so we're not going to have any resistance, no weights or bands. We're just going to move through range of motion. So it's very important that you use your mind to send a message to that brain that you are lifting a 100-pound weight and you'll feel it. All right? So as you curl up, contract that muscle. Exhale. So when we do exert the force is when we want to blow out. Exhale. Inhale down. Good. And don't let go of that thought process that you're pressing. I like to think about like moving through wet concrete. Okay? Good. Couple more of those. Nice. Okay, so let's add a little variation. We're going to curl, reach up, come back and down. Curl, extend. Try to get all the way out that range of motion. Come back and down. Curl, reach, back, down. Curl, reach, back, down. Very good. You got it. Let's keep it going. That's it. Good. One more time. Excellent. Now I want you to kind of sit forward a little bit. Don't get too close to the edge. I don't want anyone toppling out. We're going to lean forward a little bit. So if you were to look at me from the side, I would be like this. What we're going to do is like a kickback, a tricep kickback. So I'm right here. I'm just extending and bending at the elbow. So once you see what I'm doing, go ahead and just kind of bring your head forward so it's in line, so you're not tweaking it up like that with ending up with a sore neck. Same thing though, I want you to imagine that resistance. Press. Get that full range of motion, but we don't want to lock the joint up. So we're going to stop just a little bit short of being completely locked and straight. Press. press, press, press. Okay, do one more. Now keep the arm back, turn your palms up, and we're going to do a little pulsing. So it's just coming straight up, palm up toward the ceiling. It helps me to lean forward a little bit. Pulse, 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 like I'm going to put a flat handprint on the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath and do it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, let's work our shoulders. Bring your arms out to the side. Now, I find this very challenging, and I love this exercise. Bring your arms to the side, extend them out, turn the palms to the ceiling. For me, and if you have tight shoulders, it's not that comfortable just getting those arms long and rotating, okay? So once you get there, let's do a little tiny circle. Good. And then just press, and your shoulders are going to get tired, so take a break if you need it, but kind of push through a little bit, all right? That's where we get stronger, is when we send that message from the brain, uh-oh, that was hard, we need more muscle there. Okay, good, keep going, and remind those palms to stay facing up. Can we make it a little bigger? All right. Now, as it gets bigger, it might not be as comfortable for you to do both at the same time, so you could do one and then the other. Okay, if that feels a little less challenging for you, but it still gets that nice range. And boy, do I feel my shoulders, right? You too? Yeah, keep it going. All right, now let's turn it, palms down, lengthen, let's do the same thing, but now we'll go back. Good, little circles back. And then a little bit bigger circles back. Woo. All right, good, stay with me, come on, we're doing awesome. All right, let's make them a little bigger, and like I did on the other, when we were going forward, you could do one arm at a time. Keep them up though, okay? Yeah. All right, nice. Couple more there. I don't know, this is sort of a challenge for my brain, right? Okay, shake it out a little bit. Very nice. Okay, bring the arms back to that goal post we did earlier. Bring it forward, bring it back. And this is a challenge too, to try to bring it back a little. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Good. So I set myself up in front of the window. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. The beach is right behind me, but the glare, you can't see it, so I'm sorry. Would have been nice to look at. Distract you from the burn. Good. All right. Go back to your goalpost. In, out. Now when you come in, I want you to squeeze your chest. Squeeze. Good. Again, we got to imagine we're pushing through that wet concrete. Push. Push. Yes. Keep it going. Excellent. All right, let's just combine those two, and then we'll take another break. So it comes forward, back, in, out. Forward, back, in, out. Forward, back, in, out. Forward, back, in, and out. And arms down again, roll them out. Ooh, that was great. Okay, now, if you can comfortably do so, let's lean forward. Bring your arms to the side. What I want you to do is like a fly coming out to the side, okay? So again, if you watched me from the side, it's like this, because I want us to focus on the upper back muscles. So we're gonna kind of they have to face the ceiling in order to kind of squeeze them. If we sit up and do it, we end up using our shoulders again. So lean forward and just kind of, and if you can't get your arms all the way out, maybe just bring them up with the elbow. But we want to activate those muscles in the upper back, okay? So we can do them here. I like to have my thumb kind of pointing like that. Squeeze, squeeze, good. And just like on the other exercise where we lean forward, see what I'm doing, but don't keep your head up the whole time. Bring it down. Give that neck a break. Good. All right. You ought to be feeling your upper back. Nice. Okay, good. Let's sit up and let's just go back to those knee lifts. Establish that connection again with the abdominals. Okay, but we're going to work a little differently because we're going to do some lower body work on our legs. So I want you to lift that leg, hold it there, extend it, bend it and come down. Switch. Up, out, back, down. Up, out, back, down. Sit tall, everyone. Up, out, back, down. Up, out, back, and down. Up, out, back, and down. One more time on each leg. Good. You got it. Now, a little bit more challenging. Extend that leg. We're going to do one at a time. Up and down. Now, I have a little bend in my knee, but my leg is essentially straight. Good. Don't get it too high. We don't want to strain the back. I just want you to work on getting that leg up off the floor. Yes. Good. Couple more. One more. Switch. Extend the leg out, lift it up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Press. Keep that belly tight. Brace. Good. One more. Okay. Now, open the knees, place your hands right above them, squeeze them together. Open, squeeze. So I'm using my hands to resist bringing my knees together. So the inner thighs, open, squeeze, open, squeeze. So the hands are pushing outward as the knees go inward, working the inner thighs for that resistance. Good, excellent. One more time, good. All right, now we're just gonna reverse it. So hands on the outside, reverse, 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 push, 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 and relax. Push, 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 push. Relax. Push, come on, resist. So arms are getting a little work too because they're working to hold your knees together while they pull apart, right? Yeah. Keep breathing. Nice long, full, deep breaths. Good, and again, just a reminder, when you exert the force, so when you're resisting is when you want to blow out. One more time. Good. Beautiful. All right, shake that out. Nicely done. All right, let's go ahead and stretch a little bit. Let's bring the elbows together. Take that nice deep breath. Open up. Now this is a little challenging, but what we're going to do is slide one elbow under the other and just let the shoulder blades kind of move away from each other. Good. And then you just come out and put the other elbow and hold that there. You got it. Good. Now you can take your hands and just kind of reach behind you. Stretch the chest a little. Maybe you kind of lean forward a little bit. Good. Now we're going to take that arm and press it gently back. Good. And the other side. Nicely done. And then bring this arm all the way across your chest. So what I'm trying to do is lengthen that muscle. Good. All right, other side. Breathe through it. Good. Okay, now what I want to do is twist and look behind. And twist and look behind. And then if you can, let's place our ankle above the knee. Now if you can't, just go ahead and cross at the ankles. Maybe bring this leg out a little bit. But if you hinge at the hips here and lean forward, oh, what a lovely hip stretch you'll get. So try to do that with us. If not, you can go here. You're not going to feel as much. So this would be really nice if we can try to get this here. Good. Deep breath. Nice work, everybody. Okay, let's bring the other ankle up. Lean it forward. Make sure you're holding onto your chair. Sometimes you start to go forward and don't realize. Going to be extra careful, right? Okay, bring the heels down. Let's just lift our feet up enough to point and flex. Now, if that's a little bit tiring for you, you could keep them down there and just kind of play around. Actually, I don't know if you can see me there. Point and flex. That's the one time I lost you in the video. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just pointing and flexing, right? Okay. Now, let's sit back and use the back to support use the chair to support your back a minute. And let's just drop our ear to our shoulder. And then let's take the opposite arm and just let it hang by our side. And we're creating length between the ear and the shoulder. And then the other side, dropping the ear, keeping that length. Good. And now just come back to center. I'm going to keep my eyes closed. You may too. And then let's just go back to ending as we began, focusing on our breath, clearing our mind. Feeling proud of our workout today. And then one more time, we're going to open our eyes. I'm going to put my elbow right here. I'm going to just do a quick side body stretch. And then bring that one down and reach the other way. And then bring your arms and give yourself a hug. You did an awesome job.